All right. Out of breath. I got winded just adjusting the mic stand.
Me and these jeans, and I haven't even started to eat yet.
Oh, shit.
All right, guys. Welcome back to A-Town Talk, episode 9. Episode 9.
No way.
Episode 9, yeah.
Oh, I guess because you were shooting some
Yeah.
right before.
Yeah, we just did 8. Today, we are joined by Jenesi. What's your Instagram? What's your at?
Oh, it's Goldgen93.
Goldgen93.
Yeah.
And then Booby is here as well.
I don't know why I waved at you. The camera did.
Yeah. Goldgen93, aka Jenesi, was kind enough to bring us some. She brought me a chela.
She brought me Chi Force,
Yeah, Chief
a
Forest.
sparkling water, because she knows I'm not drinking, which is really nice of her, and white peach.
They're both really good, actually. I don't know which one's my favorite. They're both good.
I'll try the white peach.
I might steal one of those from you.
I'll try this one. It looks like
Yeah, I figured whichever one you didn't
looks
drink.
like Johnny's ass. It does.
She also brought homestyle pizza.
Yeah.
This is, if you're an Anthony local, you know homestyle. It's the best pizza in town. It's the best pizza in general.
Dang, that's a commercial.
Homestyle.
You got to plug them in.
Yeah,
because-
sponsor us.
Please, actually.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I haven't had homestyle in months.
This is actually good.
Yeah.
I told you it tastes like soda.
So yeah, thank you for joining us, Jen. You made quite the commute coming here. You come from the other side of the mountain, like way out there. We're like in the opposite ends of the El Paso spectrum right now.
No, definitely. Thank you guys actually for inviting me on the show. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I wanted to get you on here because, I mean, I've known you since we were little. Like we grew up together.
Yeah.
We've went to the same church and, you know, we've kept in touch over the years. But you are a businesswoman.
Yeah.
You are a boss.
Yeah.
You are your own boss.
I am recently, like going on 2 years now. Take after my father with that. But yeah, never saw myself being like in a leader type of position or even having my own business. But I don't know. It's pretty cool. It just, I guess it was in the cards for me. It worked out. So I'm pretty happy about that. I get to make my own schedule.
Nice.
And it's been growing. So thanks for allowing me to come on here and talk about that.
Yeah, and you have an Instagram page also.
I do. Yeah, so Golden93, that's my personal page. You guys don't have to follow me on there. But my business page, it's at Desert Honey.
So who are these desert honeys?
Desert Honeys, all these Desert Honeys, everybody that lives here in El Paso and wants to get waxed. So my business, I should say, so I'm an esthetician.
I heard waxed. I was
Yeah,
like, what?
yeah. So I started Desert Honey 2 years ago. When I got my license, I finished school, I got my license, became an esthetician, and I was focused on just doing facials at first. But then I really enjoyed waxing, like that portion of it when we covered that in school. So then Desert Honey just kind of shifted from facials to waxing, and now I just do full waxing.
And now you were doing it from your home, and now you've just recently got your own location, right?
Yeah, so I had a studio. I had my home studio. So actually, I started working at Waxing the City. Okay. I was there for a year, and then I took all my clients, started working out at my home studio, was there for a year, and then it's kind of cool too because I started. I left Waxing the City in February, started my home studio in February, and then just recently got my studio, like my official studio, this February, actually right on the 1st.
So like every year you've like
Yeah.
been upgrading.
I have made some progress. So
That's cool.
yeah, and I will share like the address and everything if anybody cares.
Yeah, I'll put it on. I'll link it up on the screen, and I'll put it on the description as well at the end.
Yeah.
Let's get some pizza rolling. And now we
Yeah, I'm like, because why is my mouth so dry right now?
All right. I don't want to touch your slice.
I don't care.
You don't care? All right. My hands.
You don't know what he does with those hands.
Let's not think about that. Yeah, it's cool.
Booby, you want some also?
I'll have a slice.
Yeah.
Dude. Even though I just ate tacos. I'll have a slice.
El segundo que es
Thank
bien
you.
disciplined.
No, I'm not like that disciplined. Like the only thing that I've been focusing on a lot is just the drinking. Not that I would drink a lot, but I just don't, drinking alcohol and then soda. Because what happened is I started becoming like a big soda drinker, and I was like, no, that's not good. So staying away from soda and alcohol is what like the main things. Trying to cut that out.
Surprise, guys! This is actually an ASMR.
It is.
Well,
You're going to hear me chew.
yeah, because I can hear you chew, and I just realized that you probably hear me chew. And
We were just talking about in our last episode how there's not enough podcasts that like multitask and do things while they podcast. So this is the beginning of that, us eating pizza while we
Do a podcast.
do a podcast.
There's like videos where people like to watch other people eat. I don't know if you've seen that shit.
Yes.
not disgusting.
The Big Bangs, or what are they called?
I don't know. I've never seen them, but I have heard people talk about like watching people eat, and I'm like, why? And they're like, well, because they do it like so good. The fuck?
It's a skill.
I've seen those where they'll do like a big old tray of like spaghetti, and then they just like grab it and they're like
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Like that's not.
if you guys
That's
are
a
into
fetish.
that, yeah, if you're into that, let us know. We can totally do that.
Start eating spaghetti. We'll eat spaghetti off of each other.
No, that's
Again?
disgusting. I just don't like watching those videos. It's nauseating. Sometimes they just, you'll be like scrolling and one of those videos pops up. I don't know. And there's like a very specific way that people eat things. Like they exaggerate.
Yeah, that's why I'm not on TikTok, because I'll go down some dark rabbit holes on TikTok. I avoid that shit.
Yeah, I've never been on TikTok either, so I don't.
I recently converted to TikTok actually because I was still very much like a YouTube girl, like YouTube Shorts and stuff. But now I realize like on TikTok, everything you can search on YouTube, you can find your answers in 30 seconds.
Really?
I find a lot of like recipes and stuff on there, and it's like quick and to the point.
Do you do your waxing stuff on TikTok?
No, actually, guys, I really do lack that type of marketing skill. So up until this point, I've been like a one-woman show. Like I book appointments, I set like reminders, confirmations, cancellations, all while like I have 2 kids, and so I'm pretty busy. Sometimes I'll be in the middle of a wax, and then I have a bunch of people to respond during that time. So I'm gonna be I have an app, and I'll be sharing that link on my page so that it makes it easier for my clients to book. Because
Is it Booksy?
no, there's so many actually.
Because I
like Booksy, though.
I book my barber through Booksy. I like
It's
it.
easy,
It's pretty
huh?
easy. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that app. I use it too with like other people, but no. What was your question? What were we talking about?
If you do like TikTok videos of you waxing.
Yeah, no, dude, because like I can't even imagine like where I would have the time. But not only that, what kind of content? If you go on my page right now, you'll see that I don't really have any content on there, but I've been doing this for a while. I mean, you pretty much find like what you need, which is my policies, my menu. But it's kind of interesting because the majority of my clientele, pretty much the majority of my clientele are women. And then my number one service that I do are Brazilian. So I can't really be posting that content.
Only
Well, you can, but
I mean, I could, but
I'm just kidding.
yeah, I mean, I could. And some people do actually. Some other people do.
Yeah, because I've been like
Really?
on Instagram, dude.
Yeah,
where
he's like,
it's
I've been lurking.
No.
Like, I specifically searched.
No, but
These are like Brazilians.
fuck. No, I've been on Instagram where you see like random shit, just pops up out of nowhere, and I've seen like people do like waxings on there. They just cover like the right, and then they'll like show like the before and after. But
I want to be different though.
You want to show the whole
You want to show the whole?
The whole beaver.
The whole hot pocket. No.
You should have Johnny be your first.
You know what? I had actually had an idea of like maybe I should like get my chest waxed, like maybe just like a strip on the pod.
Oh, you should have told me,
that would've
dude.
been
I would have
funny.
brought my
Oh,
travel. I
fuck.
have a waxing pot.
But I'm not like ready to show this yet. Maybe give me like a couple more months. Let me get shredded,
Shred.
and then you come back, and then we'll have you wax me. If we hit 500 subscribers, I'll get
Dude,
waxed.
you gotta
live.
raise your standards. Like, you gotta see more than 500.
So when you have
You're willing to do anything for just a 500.
anything.
anything, no.
And I
So when
mean
you have
it.
like a bunch of hair like that, do you shave them first, or you just straight wax?
No, it's just like straight wax. I mean, I could trim your hair down a little bit if I need to, but no, it's much funner. Raw, like full grown out.
Full like
very
40-year-old
satisfying.
virgin.
That's painful.
But
Dude.
nah, it's actually not as dramatic as like those movies make it seem.
No?
That's what I tell all my clients. I'm like, right, like just do it once. Like if it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you think about it, like women and men, I know men get waxed too, but people in general would just be psychotic. We'd be crazy to keep doing something that hurts equally as much every single time. It does get better. It does get better. Like your body builds a tolerance.
Well, I actually talked about this on the last. I love feeling pain.
No, same. I'm actually the exact same.
I fucking love going through like seeing how far I can go, but
I'm the same. And it's hard for me, like, because my clients will ask me, is it going to hurt? And I'm like, well, to me, I have a pretty high pain tolerance. Like, I actually enjoy how it feels like to get my legs waxed. I like that. I don't know, but I'm not the right person to ask. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, too.
dude, you should wax your legs. How long does it take for the hair to grow back after you wax?
I mean, it just depends, like, because everyone's different, but I recommend my clients get waxed, like, every 4 weeks. You can do 4 to 6. Some people like to come in sooner, but, like, standard, I would say, like, 4 weeks.
Yeah, I mean,
What's the biggest bush you've seen?
Like a year grown out.
God,
oh dang, dude,
I'm almost there.
a year?
Just kidding.
Oh,
No, but I mean,
Like, zoom in on my face of concern.
yeah, it's there.
dang, that's a lot of hair. For
Just
you.
picture my beard. I always kind of keep it aligned with my beard.
Do you at least trim?
It's been a while, you know.
Wow.
He doesn't feel the need to right now.
Yeah,
He's
I don't know. I feel like even with waxing though, like you would be surprised, not very many women are getting waxed because they're being intimate. Like it's just a preference.
yeah.
Just like hygiene.
Do you have a preference for like?
Do I personally or do my clients? Like can I speak
Well,
on
let's start with you first.
or females point of view?
Yeah, for females out there, is that like a turn off seeing a guy with like full bush?
in the 70s and shit.
No, actually, not to me. Like, I'm very opposite. And it's funny because of the line of work that I'm in, you would think, like, oh, much like a nail tech, you think, like, their nails are perfect because they do nails now. But my preference, like, I mean, it's my personal preference. Like, I like men to be hairy. Like, I don't know. I don't prefer, like, I like hairy chest. I just like to see hair. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't have a hair phobia.
I'm gonna expose my brother. My brother shaves his chest. And
Well, Alan, you should try getting waxed.
yeah, there you go, Alan. Get waxed. Yeah, so like every time he sees me shirtless, he's like, "Oh, dude, what the fuck? Like, shave that shit." I'm like, "No, dude, I'm a man." You know.
I mean, it's a preference, so yeah.
It's just a pain in the ass. Even like, I've never shaved my legs. You shaved your legs in high school, right?
Yeah, during sports I would. Yeah, just because I would tape, and sometimes we didn't have like the wrap, so I had to tape my like ankles. And if you have hair, I mean, it's gonna hurt. And I'm not only gonna tape up to my only shave up to my ankle, so so I would shave to like probably about like here. But as it is, like I'm not very hairy. I don't know if you can
You're
tell.
not.
I'm not very hairy.
Let's see, open your legs.
I'm ashy right now, but
No, it's because you have like finer, like your hair is fine. It's not too coarse. So it's
yeah, I
not
do
that
have like
obvious.
really fine hair. It's just the way it is, dude.
Yeah. No, I'm pretty hairy, dude. But you know what? My arms aren't that hairy.
I don't have hairy
It's
arms
just like
either.
But shaving's a pain in the ass because even like my beard, I have really sensitive skin. and I have like a double chin. So like if my beard starts growing too much, I start like chafing and getting a rash in my neck, and then it looks like hickeys. Like people at work have asked me like, "Oh, like Johnny has a hickey," and I'm like, "No, it's just I get like a
Diles
rash."
que sí, hombre.
No, it's because I have to be.
Professional.
I'm very
Yeah.
different at work.
He's the dad.
Yeah, I'm a professional.
Ah, okay.
But yeah, shaving is a pain.
I shave every day, like my face,
Yeah.
every day, because like we're allowed to have beards at work, but personally, I can't really grow a beard too much. Like it grows, like it'll grow, and I think if I take care of it a little bit more, it'll grow.
Yeah.
It's just
Patchy.
no. I just think it's too much maintenance to like have.
Makes it new.
That's
I know.
Oh, oh, I would probably fucking need a Brazilian wax then.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you 15 years
I
ago?
was 15. I was like 15.
Damn, that's crazy.
But yeah, no, it's too much maintenance to have a beard, I think. I think it's more maintenance to have a beard than to just shave every day.
No, it's pretty easy. After a while, like right now, I trimmed it the other day, so it's not too long. But I do have like a beard kit. Like that's what I wanted for Christmas. Like I wanted a new like trimmer, and
Did you get it?
I did. It was cool.
Sweet.
It's cool. Like it comes in so clutch, and I have like beard oil and beard balm.
I think that's what I need for.
Yeah.
It's supposed to help, right? What do you think? Have you tried it?
It makes it smoother. Like when it gets like right now it doesn't matter because it's pretty short. When it starts getting like thicker, it does feel smoother and it feels nicer, and then it smells good too.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very like grown man.
Yeah,
Like when you reach that level of like, yeah, I have a beard kit. I have a beard kit.
that's where I'm at
I
right now.
oil my beard.
I'm a
That's how
grown
I feel
man.
with a Costco or like Sam's membership.
Yeah,
It's like you hit a certain tier and you're like, wow, I'm really a whole adult.
I have a Sam's Plus.
Oh,
or
I didn't even know that
Sam's
was a thing.
Premium or whatever it is.
Can't you like
Sounds
go in
very
like
exclusive.
a little bit earlier than
8
everybody?
a.m. So if anybody needs to be there at 8 a.m., let me know.
Is that the only thing that's like?
That's your only perk. You get early bird shopping.
I don't know what else.
You
I
go to
get.
Denny's for your early bird specials, and then you swing on over to Sam's.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one time I went to Sam's like that. I didn't know there was like a fucking special membership to go in there early. So I went like one morning and I seen people going in. So I was like, oh, it's already open. I didn't think it was going to be open. So I get out and I go in and then the lady's like, can I see your membership? So I showed her and she's like, no, you don't have like the fucking
The
plus.
premium.
And I'm like, what the fuck is that? She's like, no, we're not open. We're only open to like the premium customers. And I'm like,
What?
lady, like,
And I thought Sam's was like more like lax about that stuff. Because Costco, they have the whole like patrolling, like you get to the self checkout and they're like, can I see your Costco membership? And then they look behind the card, make sure because they take pictures of you there. So like my Costco card obviously has like my picture.
So they get to
Oh,
like
No,
get
they
a full on
do.
ID.
No, de hecho una
Oh,
vez,
shit.
like one time my mom, when I first moved here, I didn't have a Costco membership yet. And so I went with my mom. I just moved here, so I wanted to stock up and stuff. She did. Dude, no, they were like, we're going to need to, she was going to pay for my stuff. And they were like, well, we're going to need to see your Costco membership. And I'm like, I'm not even shopping. Like,
Fucking Costco police.
yeah, Costco patrol.
yeah.
I'm like, how much do you guys get paid for this? Like, I remember my first job, I think, was at Little Caesars. I think I was 16. Do you know how much crazy bread I gave away? I'm like, I mean, I understand having integrity, but I'm like, some people really do take their job way too serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at Sam's one time, and this lady. So they were buying alcohol, right? And it was like this older lady, and I guess it was her son. So I guess the son was buying it, but she was the one with the membership. So he like, I guess they needed to like check his ID before he could, because he was at the self-service thing. So the lady comes and she's like, "Can I see your ID?" So he shows her the ID, and then she's like, "Can I see your membership?" And he's like, "Oh, it's my mom's." And then she's like, "Oh, well, you can't buy it because your mom has a membership." And he's like, "Okay, well, he's like, "Oh, well, you buy it then." And then she's like, "No, I can't let you do that anymore because you already told me it was for you."
What the fuck?
Like,
So-
why do they care? Like, they're somebody's paying you the money. Like, isn't that all
Yeah.
that matters? Like, you're still gonna get your money at the end of the day. What does it matter who's giving it?
I
to
think
you?
that at that point it's just like a power trip. It's just like I have some control, and it's gonna be my way. And
I wonder when they like interview people for these jobs, they're like, how passionate are you about a handbook? Like, how passionate are you about one, were you a hall monitor?
yeah,
Because that's a requirement.
yeah.
Like, two, were you, yeah, are you type A personality? Like, you got to be type A to work here.
A for anal. Like not like butt stuff, like being anal about things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Come on.
definitely.
I was
Come on,
like,
guys.
dude, what, are you,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
This is a PG show. We don't.
How
talk
PG is
about-
the show?
It's not.
Yeah, I was like, that's a very interesting way to like segue some like start talking about
We
a
talk
different
about
topic.
anal like at least once per episode.
Yeah, I talked about it the last one. Actually, it was more because of a word, not because I was just talking.
Yeah, but we talk about like anal as in being anal, not. Others.
Oh.
Yeah.
We don't talk about people being anal.
No, but that way they don't like censor us,
Oh.
cancel
Yeah.
us. Yeah,
Yeah,
kids. Moses is watching, dude.
Moses. Yeah. So, where's your business? Are you like, is it?
Where am I located?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just recently moved. I'm on Traywood.
Okay.
Traywood. It's actually right next to a old country club. There used to be. It's actually Get Fit Gym now, which is really nice gym, guys. And it's right next to it. It used to be a country club. It's a gym now, and I'm located right next to it.
Was it Traywood and?
Traywood and Lee Trevino.
Okay.
Like right
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Where like the golf courses?
Yeah, but it's not even a.
It's not a golf course anymore.
No, it's a gym, which is cool because now you guys like have, you guys, well, whoever has a membership there, that gym, like they bought it, right? So now you have access to the whole golf course and you can run, and
Is that
it's
the?
pretty cool.
Is that influencer gym that they opened up?
Dude, why is everybody saying? I guess it is.
Yeah, right.
What's an influencer gym?
Well,
like-
influencer. It's just a really nice gym.
Yeah, it's a
actually.
gym where you can go and you can do videos and you can record there and like kind of like Zoo Culture. Have you seen Zoo Culture in California? Like Bradley Martin.
No.
I've never heard of that.
So Zoo Culture is like this. Bradley Martin's this like gymfluencer. He's kind of old school. He's been going around for a while, and he has gyms. He has Zoo Culture and like a lot of like influencers go and work out there and they shoot their content there.
Oh, like working out content. Like I see a lot of people want.
Well, they sometimes they don't even do working out content. They're just there like shooting a vlog or something. But that gym is like that style. Like we can probably go shoot a podcast there, dude.
yeah.
That
You,
would be pretty sweet. They literally let you do anything. I went over there to like look into it because I'm working there, so it would be super convenient to go to that gym. And they're still working on it. They're extending it and building like a section where they're gonna have like barbers, nail techs, lash techs.
at the gym.
Yeah, at the gym. But there's gyms on the east side like that where they have barbers, massage therapists.
What the fuck?
It's pretty sweet.
Counselors.
Everybody needs therapy.
That's crazy, dude.
That would be sweet, actually. It's so convenient. But yeah, and it's when the times I've gone, like I thought it was gonna be really annoying, like full of influencers.
Well, we don't have influencers in El Paso.
Just us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been pretty like
Just kidding.
I don't know. The thing with me, like I like to work out when there's nobody there. Like I like to go at the most dead points of the day.
Do you work out with music or without music?
Yeah, and you're nuts. Like that's how I know you're.
Psychotic.
That's a little bit, yeah. That's different. I have like my AirPods in probably 90% of my day.
Really?
Well, maybe not 50% of my day. Like when my kids aren't home. Yeah.
What about pre-workout?
No, I've never liked taking pre-workout.
No.
I'm not a big pre-workout person.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say that's cheating, but I like to feel like everything that like when I go to the gym, I feel like it's all coming from like
Yeah,
my
for sure.
own
Yeah.
ability and my own strength.
Yeah, you fucking cheaters using pre-workout.
No, I mean I get it helps. It helps.
Sometimes you need the boost, man.
But I just don't want to become like dependent on something like that. So like the one day that I run out of pre-workout or whatever, and then I feel like shit, and I had a shit workout.
Yeah, I definitely don't do it all the time. I do it just when I'm really tired. Celsius. I love Celsius. Celsius sponsor us.
It tastes like cough medicine to me. I don't like how it tastes.
Have you had Celsius?
Yeah, that's why I said it tastes like cough medicine.
No.
I've had every flavor. There isn't a flavor that I like. Maybe strawberry kiwi or something like that.
That's what I thought this was. I was like, is this a fucking
But this
Cel-
is better.
But it's way better. Yeah. Celsius isn't good either. Yeah.
Try one.
Try the peach one.
No, because I'm drinking the chelada and it's like gonna mix.
It's gonna taste better or what?
Maybe,
I don't
but
think I
this,
eat them.
this is pretty thick. Here, let me try it
Try
out.
it. Hold on, put it this way like that, so everybody.
Oh, chai.
That's what Johnny's ass
Sponsor
looks like.
It's my dad. Yeah.
She for
I'm just
sponsor
trying to
us.
get like a sponsor for anything, you know.
Dude, that's what your ass would look like if you let her wax you.
It's gonna be the thumbnail. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah. So back to Jen. Back to waxing. So have you always lived in El Paso?
No, I haven't always. So I grew up here. I actually went while I was waiting. I went and did like a little drive by.
Yeah. So
You grew up here in Anthony.
I grew up here in Anthony on Hill Street. No, actually, we have beef because I forget you guys are very Americano over here.
What?
I'm from like.
Oh, you're from that side.
Anthony,
She's from
New
NM.
Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, we talked bad about them.
No, I know. You guys are very Americano over here. Somos bien paisas, bien mixas allá. But yeah, I grew up on Hill Street. I went to Anthony Elementary,
New Mexico.
New Mexico, and I'm proud of it. Actually, quick shout out if possible. My most influential person in my life by far till this day has still been my second grade teacher, Missy Barbo. I doubt she's watching, and I don't even know if she's still like around. But if a family member is watching, she was a second grade teacher at Anthony Elementary, New Mexico, and would love to like get in contact with her. I actually tried looking for her a few years ago. I don't know if she's still around, but if anybody is like
Give me
related to her,
first name and last name.
I don't remember her
Booby's a
first
cop.
name.
Yeah, he'll track her down.
I don't remember her first name, but I just know she was my second grade teacher. Her last name is Missy Barbo. Not a very common last name, so she might not be hard to find because it's very small.
Have you ever tried looking her up like on Facebook or anything like that?
I'm pretty sure she has a Facebook.
Yeah, she should. If you just look up Ibarbo or something.
No, it's because the thing is like, yeah, tenía como 40 años, like when she was my teacher.
Shit.
I mean,
Nah,
But you're
she's
still
she
young.
should be
like
around.
60 maybe.
Dude, 6-year-olds love Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guarantee she's probably on there.
Yeah. No, and the thing is that we don't, wait, how do I say this? I don't like New Mexico, but we didn't want to talk bad about them. It's just,
Yeah.
parece que les olvidó Dios. Just kidding.
It's not that it's bad. It's just that it's better over here.
Yes.
Oh, I actually had a great childhood over there on
we're
that
kidding.
side. But no, it is super foreign. Like this side, I just recently, like over there by like Wet and Wild, there's like I guess a neighborhood closer to
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Never in my life growing up did I know that side of Anthony existed. Like definitely was in
That's
that
new,
territory.
though. Yeah.
The hills up there, what do they call them?
But even like 2-3 streets that way, I never went over there. I mean, I have family here that own like the flower shop right here. So that's like an Anthony staple. That's probably as far this way that I like commuted. But
So you just went to elementary there, or did you go to?
I went to Loma Land. I went to Loma Land for a while. So I moved away and then I moved back. My mom remarried, and my dad was in the military, so we moved for a few years and then kind of like moved around a bit and then came back and then moved again.
Oh, okay. So you knew Johnny from church?
Yeah, so Johnny and I grew up in church together.
Yeah. We
So I
were
was like maybe like what, 6?
Yeah, I was really good friends with your brother. Your brother's name is also Jonathan. You have a brother, Jonathan and Aaron. And we would go over to your house and like I would play with you guys.
We'd have like Bible studies and stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys both grew up like really religious?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, like going to church like 3 times a week, twice on Sunday sometimes.
Yeah. Sundays was the grind, dude. Like Sundays, like you wake up, go to church, get out, go eat, come back home, rest, and then go back to church, and then come back home, and then or sometimes like after go eat somewhere again. Like it was like Sunday was like an all day thing. And then we'd go Wednesdays also.
Yeah, Wednesdays. And then like
And
at
then-
some point you'd sprinkle in like a Bible study.
Bible study was usually like on Fridays, I think. And for the longest time, like we would host it here at my house. So like a bunch of families would come over, and I liked it because like kids would come over and we would get to like play and stuff. But yeah, it was pretty intense. Churches are
Triggering.
something. there's there's something else. Like I learned a lot from going to church and from religion, and I'm not like super religious now. Like I haven't gone to church in a while, but I think faith wise, like I still believe in God, and I believe in a lot of things, and it teaches you a lot of good morals, and there's a lot that I've learned from that. I went to like a private Christian school when I was a little kid as well, to the same church. But at the end of the day, a lot of the people, you know, in like churches, people get like power. You know, we're talking about like power. People get, I'll go on power trips, dude. And sometimes, you know, at the end of the day, it's humans running it.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, sometimes they take advantage of that, and it's a lot of shit. I saw a lot of shit in churches growing up.
So, like, since you grew up like really religious, because I see this a lot, people who grow up like where they go to church as kids like nonstop, and it kind of burns them out when they get older, right? They're kind of like they kind of shy away from it. Are you like with your kids? Do you take your kids to church, or do you like, yeah?
Yeah, like church has always like been like important to me. We stopped going to church actually because my parents like went through a pretty like awful divorce, and like we just stopped going to church. And I think I was like 6, didn't go to church till I was like 14, but that was because I chose, like I decided I wanted to start. Like I remember my friends would invite me and like I would go, and then I would always like go to like a new church. I was always excited to go at 14, but I was a teen mom. Like I had a year, like 1 year of my life where I like rebelled. And I think that also just kind of came from the whole growing up like a Christian kid. Like my parents were like leaders or whatever, like super strict. My mom had all these rules for me. So I think it is true. Like sometimes when you grow up in church, like sometimes I think like these church kids are just like the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I've always liked. I mean, I have my own thing. Like I'm not a super religious person, but I do like to go to church on Sundays. I take my kids. Like yeah, I take them.
Yeah.
But when they're older, like they'll know.
Yeah.
But they get to decide. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Just because, so my mom's side of the family is like super Christian, right? They wear like the long skirts and the shit on their head, and so my mom like didn't have a mom growing up, so she would always live with my aunt who's like super religious, like crazy religious, and she was always like very strict, like with her own kids, like just they couldn't do anything because of church or what their beliefs were, right? Like they wouldn't celebrate, you know, holidays, or they wouldn't do certain things, you know, while the rest of the kids were out doing stuff, they wouldn't. And that caused my mom to rebel a lot too. You know, she kind of went on her own and did her own thing, became a teen mom as well. And like my aunts, and I don't want to air my family's business out there, right? But
Expose them.
like my cousins and stuff, they, one of them in particular, I'm not gonna say who, but kind of till this day now, she's a lot older, and she kind of like throws that in my aunt's face, like, you never let us do anything, like you never let us experience anything. Like now I see that my kids are growing up, like all the things they got to experience, and it's caused like a lot of issues between them, like kind of like some remorse towards my aunt, and they don't have like a good relationship anymore.
Resentment.
And it's like, you know, I always ask myself, like, well, you know, a lot of these people grow up like that. Do they later on in life like kind of shy away from it and kind of,
Me, I think my brother and sister got it the worst because they, like, by the time I got older, my parents had already stopped going to the church, and like they still would go every now and then, but they were not as religious. But my brother and sister got like the peak of it, where like we couldn't like go to the movies, like we couldn't do a lot of things, like everything was like the devil. And
Yeah. I remember like I couldn't watch Ninja Turtles or like Yu-Gi-Oh because that was like satanic growing up. Like we couldn't watch Power Rangers.
It was just a lot of things, and my brother and sister, like they kind of wanted an out, and they married really young. They married like at 21, 20 years. I don't know. I remember they were really young, but I feel like they were kind of forced to do that because that was like they were able to move out and kind of start doing their own thing, and then they started like partying and they did a lot of the things they never could do. And for me, like once I got to the age where I can start partying and stuff, like my parents weren't as up. Like they were still pretty. They were normal. I think they were like
Yeah.
I would still do things like sneak away and stuff like that, but they weren't as hard with me. So like I didn't really have that need to lash out, But for sure, I feel like my brother and sister, like my brother definitely went out and did a bunch of dumb shit. Yeah.
I mean, and I guess
Sorry,
in a way,
exposing you.
and like in a way, since your siblings are older, like you got to see.
Yeah, and I've always said that I feel like I'm pretty wise and mature for my age, and I think a lot of that is because of them, because I've watched them grow and I've seen the mistakes they've made and I've learned from that. But a lot of that is like I know a lot of people from the church that we used to go to where like
Yes.
a lot of shit happened, But I think religion, like I said, it's not all bad. I think it is nice, and I think it's good to have that faith. But I think it's better when you do it on your own. When you find that connection and you start, I don't know. I think we as humans we need to have something to believe in.
Yeah.
It's
And I think it works with kids too. Like you introduce them to it, and you can take them to church, and I think when you start trying to force a lot of the things, trying to live a certain lifestyle, because I feel like people sometimes they try to live perfect, and dude, that's no matter how much you try, no matter what I mean, it's impossible.
Yeah.
And a lot of time we also learn by making mistakes, right? Like you need to kind of allow your kids to figure themselves out a little bit, and not so be like, no, we got to follow this and go by this, and yeah, I mean, but it's good to have something to believe in. It's good to have some sort of faith, whatever it is that you believe in.
So for like speaking of parenting, I mean, you both are parents. I'm the only one that's not here. How are you guys with your kids? Like, are you guys helicopter parents? Are you pretty lenient? Like, do you hit them? How hard do you hit them?
I don't know. I'll let her go first.
No, actually, I'm pretty fortunate. I mean, I know every parent brags about their kids. Like I'm pretty fortunate. Like my kids, Julian turns 16 tomorrow. That's wild, huh?
That's crazy.
Wild.
I remember when he was like little.
Dude, same thing with Chincha. I saw her on the podcast. I was like, dang, dude, I remember she was like, what, 8 or 9 years old when I'd hang out over here.
Yeah. It's okay.
I was having this conversation. I was having a conversation yesterday with a friend of mine, and I was like, hey, dude, like, I think I dropped the ball, like, with having the talk with my son, because he's 16. He just recently got a girlfriend. This is his first girlfriend, so I'm like, I think in a blink, I was like, damn, he's 16. And I should have had this talk with him a few years back.
Yeah.
But I think because I was comparing him like to me at that age, I'm like, whoa, dude, he's just complete opposite. Even though we're so like, he's like such a good kid. Like he doesn't go out to parties. Like he's never given me any problems. I haven't had to like hit my kids. And I'm pretty stern. Like I think it kind of like to a surprise to a lot of people, I just have a pretty stern tone. Like I don't think I've ever had to get to that level, but I know my kids are scared of me. I feel like they don't really push. They've never really pushed me. Like
you've never had to like bust out the chancla?
No, dude, actually I never have. Like sometimes I'll be like upset because I'm like, Julian, like I just asked you to like unload the dishwasher, and he'll be like, okay, like mom, like, but why are you like raising your voice? Like he's just like, okay, like I'm like, why are you getting defensive? Like I did raise my voice, but I usually feel like that's all it usually takes.
How old are your kids?
Good. I have a 6-year-old.
Oh.
Levi,
6?
and then I have my oldest, Julian.
Who's 16, you said?
Yeah, Julian.
So I think from like a guy who was a teenager before.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's still a good time to have that talk with him, especially if he just, got his first girlfriend.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to have that talk because my parents never had that talk with me. I think it was just like, you better not be doing this, and that's it, right? But I think if they would have had a better like a talk with me about this stuff, it would have definitely helped in a lot of things. And I don't think it's too late. I think 16, especially if he's starting to get a girlfriend, because he's gonna start to get curious about certain things.
I mean, yeah, dude,
He's gonna
he's
start feeling
definitely
things.
having urges. I mean,
Yeah.
he's human, and I don't blame him for that. And that's totally normal. And I would appreciate like pointers. I mean, I don't know. I think your kids are younger. Like you probably haven't.
Yeah,
had
my
that
kids are
talk yet.
younger. Yeah.
But it's hard because I'm a mom. And I feel like that's a talk that a dad should have with their son. It's very awkward for me. It is uncomfortable for me. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know how I'm supposed to
Bring him on the pod.
bring it
We'll have that talk.
I'll have that.
bring him on the pod. No, it's super awkward. And I've been in my head about it a lot lately. Because I just think that's such a dad thing, like, to take on. And my mom was the same. Like, my mom, actually both my parents, like, they never educated me
Yeah.
on sex at all. It was just threats, like you better not come home
Yeah.
pregnant, like you better not get pregnant. But I didn't know what I was doing. Like I just didn't know. And I've spoken to quite a few people, and like I keep hearing the same thing. And maybe it's our culture. Like
Yeah.
it's just
never got
threats
the
and no education.
Yeah. My mom died thinking I was a virgin. Like,
Oh, you're not
dark as a dark joke.
Yeah,
you're not a virgin. I thought you were a virgin, dude.
But yeah, no, I never.
gives giving virgin energy.
I should make a T-shirt, huh? Yeah, no, I never got the talk either, and I actually had the talk with my nephew Ethan, not too long ago, and
I get anxiety sometimes.
it was. I felt pretty comfortable going into it, I just kind of started asking because he got a girlfriend too recently.
Yeah, dude, but you're a cool uncle. Like you probably don't feel
I'm
a
not that cool.
funkle.
I learned I was not that cool. No, and I started like my approach was like I'm gonna talk to him like a bro, I'm like, hey dude, like how things with your girl and stuff, And then I asked him like, so like have you
You're gonna expose him right now?
No, I'm not. No. And yeah, and it was really like awkward, and then I started telling him, about like I went on telling him like I think I overshared. So I'm telling him like my experiences, and by the end of it he's probably like, yeah, I'm never gonna have sex. Like, so maybe it worked. I don't know.
Do you have a talk with my son? He never does it.
Yeah, I'm telling him, bring him on the pod.
The thing Johnny was trying to do was trying to see if he wasn't a virgin so he could get information from him.
So he can get tips.
Yeah. Johnny was like, yeah, show me something, dude.
But it is hard, and like I think if I ever have kids, like by the time I get to that point where I'm gonna have the talk, I'm already gonna be, I don't know, older. I'm gonna be like in my, I don't know, 50s probably.
Yeah,
at this rate, yeah. So
That's not a bad thing. I mean, you had a great example, like your parents. They're walking W's, like they set a great example for you.
yeah, that's true. Just do like a PowerPoint or like
Must
a
be nice
slideshow.
to have two parents. Like must be nice to have had that example. Like growing up, it's so rare. And I remember like seeing your parents. Like
Yeah,
I know you talked about it like the other day with your dad, how he would be with your mom.
yeah. No, my dad is
Where he would spank her? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just
in a
think that's
loving
so
way.
sweet.
Just
Yeah,
in a loving way. in a horn dog way.
that's
No,
cute,
they've always been really good parents, and you're right, they did set the perfect example. Today I took my dad to the eye doctor, and we ran into one of his old friends from his work. Actually, he knew him back when they used to live in Juarez. So they started talking and stuff, but then my dad had to go in to get his exam, and I started talking to this man. And it was pretty cool. Like I feel like my podcasting skills like kicked in, and like in my head, like I
You
imagined
started
like,
interviewing him.
yeah. I started like I imagined the microphones on us and stuff, and we were talking, and he came out. His wife came out because she was the one getting the eye exam, and she asked about my mom, and I'm like, well, like my mom passed away, and she's like, oh my god, like I'm so sorry. She's like, she was such a beautiful person. Like both your dad and her, like they've been like beautiful people, and I've heard that a lot. I never hear any haters about him and stuff, and and that always like makes me like feel very proud about that, like and like honored, you know, and that's why I think for me, like I try to live up to that hype, and I try to be a good person as much as I can, because like it's the only way that I can, you know, honor them and try to carry that on. And I do feel honored and blessed, and yeah, I realize like a lot of people don't go through that. And I don't know, like I'm just rambling now.
But back to the thing is, you do need to have that conversation.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I'm a little like I don't want to say I'm late, but
I don't think you're late. I think there's always like there. I don't think maybe once he's 18 or whatever, but like right now he's still at a young age where you can still.
I mean, it's to the point right now where I'm dropping him off at school, and I'm like, oh my god, like I haven't had to talk with him yet. Like, what if it happens today? Like, what if? No, it's just.
You know, for all you know, he's probably.
I know. Well, oh man, I'm not unrealistic. I definitely have thought about this. I'm like, come on, like, be for real. But
It's still good to educate.
Just like buy like a box of condoms and put them underneath his pillow, and like the tooth fairy, you know.
that's just so uncomfortable. No, I've been told that. Like, people have told me, like, just buy him a box of condoms, and I'm like, I mean that yeah,
You could just be
definitely
like,
use protection. Like,
I know you have a girlfriend now, and you know.
but I don't want. Here's the thing, guys. I don't actually want my son to be having sex. That's the thing.
Well, nobody does. I don't think any parent wants their, you know, kid to be doing those things. But I think if there's one thing I've learned from my parents is you need to have that conversation.
I know.
Because they didn't, and I was just like running fucking wild.
Maybe my parents never.
Rampaging.
Maybe they never spoke to me because they knew like this guy's not gonna get laid anytime soon.
No, they were dead ass. They were like,
They were probably
"You
like,
don't
you
have to
know,
worry
yeah,
for
like,
long."
like you probably have to like get laid. Come on, son.
Your dad just had that conversation with you like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Mijo,
No.
¿ya está cochando o no?
Yeah. It's funny because my dad always makes jokes. I'm like, okay, when are you gonna leave the house? Like,
Aw.
Only the jokes, dude.
nah, you kids. He loves me here. No, we're really like roommates now. Like we're homies.
I'm
Yeah.
all in my head about it.
So we're talking about like discipline, or not discipline, but like, you know, raising your kids. Like, do you guys how do you guys approach disciplining your kid? Like whenever they fuck up or something. Do you believe in hitting? I know, like when we were younger,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I got my ass.
that was like a
beat
big
so
thing,
much.
and now it's like don't touch your kids. You know.
No, and you can. So a little,
Yeah,
a
educate
little
us from the law.
education on the law. You can hit your kids. Okay, there's
Fuck yeah.
all you people who are scared.
Johnny's like, I can't wait to have kids now.
Can I hit
No.
your kids?
No, because you'd be surprised. Like I go to these houses where parents are like, they call because they're like, my 12-year-old daughter doesn't want to go to school, so we have to go and we're like, what's going on? No, because I'm trying to get my daughter to go to school. She doesn't want to go to school. She don't listen.
Beat her
Okay.
ass.
So
That's where our resources are
what
going.
have you tried? Like, what has been your, like, how do you discipline her? Well, I don't know. I can't really do much because she says, like, you know, we've tried to, you know, I've gotten mad at her and I was going to hit her one time and she said she's going to call the cops on me or something like that. And I'm like, you have every right to hit your kids. Like, as long as you're not, because people are like, even like, what if I leave marks? Like, as long as it's not like where it's excessive. Like, the law doesn't state that you can't, you know, hit your kids to a certain point. Like, it just states like, basically,
As long as it's not abuse, basically.
yeah, but it doesn't say exactly what abuse is. Like, obviously, you're not gonna fucking burn your kids' hands, right? Like, that would be abuse,
Yeah.
right? Because they grab something and you don't want them to, and then you put their hand on a fucking stove. Like, you can't do that. That's abuse. But you can hit your kids. You can slap your daughter because she said something to you disrespectful, or your son because he said something to you disrespectful. Like, there is nothing that says you can't. And the minute they call the cops on you, we're just gonna go with child discipline. Like, that's what it is. It's you disciplining your child. And I think a lot of parents have misinformation about that they're afraid that they're gonna get in trouble.
My mom didn't have misinformation on that. Neither did my dad.
No, and
I got slapped.
I think before people didn't care. Like, they didn't give a shit. I don't know where the narrative started coming out where people were like, "Oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble."
That's why people are soft nowadays, dude, because they're not getting their asses beat.
And I don't think you need to hit your kids all the time, because I grew up getting, beat up just like you guys probably.
Probably every 30-year-old.
I actually never got spanked.
No, yeah, that's why you're a piece of shit.
I do believe that.
No, I was just very chill. Like
just
I
kidding.
never broke a plate, and I was just so fucking chill. I'm perfect.
Jonathan.
No, I got spanked, but I was also not like the
No eres un santo tampoco.
no. But my kids do like I have a 5-year-old. I have a 9-year-old. Sorry, my daughter. She doesn't live with me. She lives in North Carolina with her mom, but she visits summer, spring break. And then I have a 5-year-old, a 5-year-old son, and then I have a 1.5-year-old son. But I have spanked my son, and
Which one?
the 5-year-old,
Ah.
and I've like hit my 1.5-year-old son like on the hand, like. But I don't do it like it's not something that I do like very often, right? Like the way I do it. So recently, I'll give you guys an example. Recently, so my son's been in school. He started pre-K, and then he did pre-K 3, pre-K 4, and now he's in kindergarten. So pre-K 3 and pre-K 4, he did like really good. He got what's called like the top scorpion award for his class. Like he's
Top scorpion,
yeah, he's like the model citizen of his like fucking
like the scorpion.
yeah, because
their mascot.
Their mascot's
Oh, okay.
so he
Trying
received
to piece it together.
So he received an award called top scorpion both years because teachers were like he's really good, blah blah blah.
Oh, that's cute.
So he's in kinder right now, and we've never had any issues with him in kinder, like in school since he's been in school. But these last couple weeks, the teacher's been like, hey, he's been kind of disruptive in class. We've kind of tried to get his attention. He doesn't listen, like, blah, 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 Can you have a conversation with him? So the first time they brought it up to my attention, I was like, okay, I'll talk to him. So, yeah, sure enough, had a conversation. I was like, dude, what's going on? Told him, you know what, you can't be doing this. Kind of talk to him about it. Get told about it again. And it's like, okay, like, I had a conversation with you already. Now it's time to take away, because he plays Xbox. Take that shit away. Now you're just going to play with toys. And, we started doing little things like that. But then I got another complaint.
It's third strike.
And I'm like, I'm going to fucking beat his ass, dude. Like, I've already talked to him and he don't listen.
Yeah.
And my wife was like, no, like, he's going to hate you. And he's like, and I'm like, I've talked to him already. I've had a conversation with him. I've tried to do other things. Like, he doesn't give a shit right now. So he needs to understand now that I'm being serious. And I wasn't going to like,
Meterle un chingazo.
yeah, like I was going to spank him, right? So he knows like I'm not playing around. And next time he decides that, I want to act up, he's going to be like, never mind. I got spanked. But my wife was like, no, you can't. Like, it's going to, because she didn't get spanked when she was a kid. So
you're like, I can do whatever I want.
And I'm like,
the law.
I'm like, no, I'm going to spank him. So we kind of disagreed on that.
And then you spanked her. Spanked
both of you. But I ended up not fucking spanking him. But what I ended up doing was having like a meeting with him and his 2 teachers. And they kind of told me everything in front of him. And then we talked, and he like started crying, like just
shaming.
So he tried to make me feel bad, and I'm like, dude, I don't feel bad.
I don't have feelings.
Yeah. So he's been good. Like these last couple of weeks, we haven't had any more issues. So I'm hoping that it worked, right?
Isn't that kind of crazy how communication can sometimes just...
Yeah, because if that would have been me, dude, I would have been fucking like... Yeah, I would have been hit like 10 times already for no reason. Well, not for no reason, but... Yeah. Yeah. And I probably wouldn't have learned. I wouldn't have cared. I'd been like, oh, you've already hit me before. Like, it doesn't matter.
Damn. Should have been like, dude, if this was California, you'd be locked up for life. Third strike, you're done.
Yeah. No, we did. I grounded him. Like, I put him in his room, didn't allow him to do anything, and just, you're going to just come out, do your homework, eat, and then,
Oh, he got to eat dinner.
Yeah.
It's like, you feed yours?
That's good.
So
I can barely keep mine alive. That's great.
I think it's better than, like, I don't know. It's hard, dude. Parenting is really hard.
Dude, yeah. Because it really is your first... I mean, even with my oldest, I'm like... this is my first rodeo. Like, I'm still figuring this out with you.
Yeah.
I've never done this before. It's hard. And then it's hard being like, it's kind of hard being like a teen parent. Well, I'm not a teen parent anymore, but even now, I'll be 31, and sometimes you're just like, like, it's kind of, I see my son's friends' parents, and they're like much older than I am, and sometimes I wonder, like, damn, it makes you think, like, if they think, I don't know, like, not even I don't really care what they think, it's just like what my son thinks. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, damn, I wonder if he even takes me serious. Like,
he probably doesn't even think about it, to be honest. I don't.
You know, I had really young parents. Like,
yeah, what's your input?
So for me, it was always like, I remember kids used to tell us about when I was in school. They'd be like, "Oh I don't know why ages would come up, but most of the parents that were around were like at least 10 years older than my parents."
Mm-hmm.
And I was always like wondering, like, why
are
my
your
parents so
fucking old? Yeah.
like, why are they so old? My parents are young. Like,
Why are
what the
your parents
fuck?
so old? I mean,
So, but it was cool though, because like having, it has its benefits, right? But like having a young dad, he was able to like go out and like really play with me, do things outside with me. Like we were, you know, and I think he could relate to me a lot because he's only what, like, I think right now he's like 47. I'm 31. So
he's probably older than that, honestly.
no, he's not.
No.
He's like my sister. My sister's 45.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, your dad's young.
so they're young, right? And it's like I was able to he was able to relate to me a little bit more. He was able to, you know, also be active with me and, you know, kind of do those things. And for me, it was always like, I don't want to be an older parent. I've always wanted to be, you know, not too young, obviously, but a decent age, because like now, my son, he's 5, man, and he's like back and forth, running up and down. He's in sports and all that. And I'm able to like go outside with him, like jump on his trampoline with him, like we jump, we go to the park, you know, play soccer. Like I'm able to keep up with him.
Yeah.
Now, if I was fucking 50 years old, I don't know, dude. Like I was just racing him yesterday at the park. We went to the park, let's go to the park. And then he like walked down. He was like, "Dad, follow me." So I followed him and we started walking down like on the grass. I'm like, "Where the fuck are we going?" So then he stops, dude, like way away from like the actual little playground. And he's like, "We're going to race." And I'm like, "Fuck, let me stretch."
He's like, hang on.
You're already winded.
So I'm like, all right. So yeah, I mean, we raced and we ran a couple times. We ran like 3 or 4 times. But if I was older, I don't know if I'd be able to, you know, do things like that. So I think it has its benefits to have young parents, but you're also learning, you know, with them. You're learning.
Damn, I'm gonna have to have a kid soon, huh?
Time's passed.
No, dude, you're rare. You're, like my brothers 30 and 32. No baby mamas. No. Haven't got married. Have no kids.
It's because it's hard. I mean, it's not like I haven't been trying. I mean,
You
I
just
haven't
have
been.
to let it
I
come
haven't.
to you.
I haven't been
Don't
trying to
try.
have kids. Actually, I have been wanting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel the urge to have kids. Honestly, I don't.
It's not for everybody.
I didn't either.
Not right. Like I have.
No, you're telling me. I never thought I'd be
And
married
like
or have kids.
I have nephews and like, you know, and then like they come over and like, after a couple of hours, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm good.
And it's because you're talking about your younger ones.
Yeah, the little ones, Amy's kids. Yeah, they're fucking. Especially the little one, Axel. He's gonna be 3, so he's in his 2s and he's fucking crazy. Like that kid.
But you know, I never wanted kids either, dude. But we talked about the whole right. So I don't know. I think it's different when you have your own kids. Like
I know I'm gonna be a good dad. I know once I have kids, I'm gonna love it and all that. It's just I don't know. I'm just not.
You're not in a hurry.
No.
Not the urge.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, if you're not in a hurry, there's no reason to be in a hurry, dude.
So I think I'm just gonna like try to stay in shape. So by the time I'm 50, I'm still good.
Man, you're actually like a great example. Like for my son, I'll be like, just look at Johnny. In his 30s, has no kids. You do not have.
He's like he's 30 and he's still a virgin. Perfect example.
What if you're sterile
He lives
by
at
that time?
That's kind of dark.
I was saying,
Nah, I'm pretty sure.
Have you checked your swimmers?
Should I save some?
You should.
Like
Put them in your freezer.
my freezer.
You need to wear like
Put a batch.
yeah. Just you never know, dude. You can melt them later.
Yeah. Just add water.
Defrost.
Mix. Sorry, Jen.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm like, you're gonna dilute it.
So one of the things we're gonna change topics here. A great topic, but we made Instagram polls, and I want to get through these because sometimes we forget.
My phone.
I made a poll, and then I asked you guys to ask us anything goes. Not a lot of you did, but I got a couple of ones. One of them that I thought was pretty good. This person asked, "What do you think about us who left? Do you ever wish you left?" So he's referring to people that left Anthony to different cities and stuff.
That's a good one.
And that's something that I've always I think about from time to time, like because I've lived here my whole life, and to begin with, the people that left, fuck you guys. You guys are traitors. You should have stayed here the whole time.
Like when they say left, do they mean they just left Anthony and went to El Paso, or like?
No, like actually, it's another city.
Oh,
yeah. No, yeah, no, but I think it's cool. I think everybody's different, right? Some people need to spread their wings and fly. I was one of those where I never really felt the urge to, and I think the older I get, the less I feel that urge to move, because now more than ever, like my family's like my what's what I value the most, you know?
yeah.
And yeah, I haven't really felt the need to go anywhere. No, fortunately. What about you guys? Well, you guys kind of left.
So yeah, I'll let her go.
Well, I left, but not like I actually didn't want to move. Like I said, my mom, she remarried, and then my dad's duty station like immediately after my parents got married, which we were fortunate because we did get to move around a bit, but we went from living here our whole lives, and then we moved to Hawaii for 6 years. And that was, I only spoke Spanish, so I actually didn't even learn how to speak English, I think, until I was like 7 or 8. And that was nice, but we always moved back here, and then I lived in Arizona for 6 years, and then moved back here, and I lived in Colorado for 3 years, and moved here. I do consider myself like very fortunate to have been able to move, because I've been able to like meet a lot of different people, and I guess like growing up, like living like on post or whatever, you meet like different cultures, like different people with different backgrounds. And I do want my kids to experience that. Like I want them to know that there's more than just here, you know. But I've also wondered, like, man, what would my life have been like if I never moved away, and if I would have just grown up here my whole life? Because I miss it. I mean, I have family here still, even in Anthony. Like, I do miss it. Sometimes I come down here, and I just wonder, like, what my life would have been like. But I think it's important, too, like, to know that there's more. And my kids, like, for all I know, like, they might just want to stay here forever, and that's fine. But I think it's important to always know that they have the option to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah. For me, yeah, I mean, I was in the military too, so I moved to I've been in California, Missouri, Arizona, different places, and honestly, I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was everywhere that I went was a great experience. Same, I think, when my kids get older, I kind of, I don't want to push it on them, but the same thing, I want to let them know, like, hey, you know what? There's more to, life than just staying here. Go experience stuff. There's so much stuff to experience, stuff that you'll never probably experience here. Personally, if it wasn't because my wife likes to stay here because she has family in Juarez and she's very close to them, I would move. Like, I liked, I'd want to go somewhere like Colorado, just because Colorado's like a really outdoorsy place. I love the outdoors. You know, I like doing stuff outdoors. Arizona's nice too. A lot of people don't know, but Arizona has a lot of like really nice outdoor stuff. There's a lot of stuff to do. It's not just all fucking desert, but it's really nice. So yeah, if it wasn't for that, I think I don't think I would have stayed here. I came back after the military, and my intention was not to stay here. When I came back originally, I was supposed to join fucking Border Patrol, but that didn't work out. So when I had tried to join Border Patrol, I had put in, and I wanted to either be in like California, Arizona, other parts of Texas, like just not here. It didn't work out. I ended up staying, but yeah, I think if it wasn't, you know, for certain things, I'd probably go somewhere else.
So the other poll that I did was, let me find it again. I lost it. I asked if you are still friends with your ex, and I got some pretty funny comments on this one. Somebody put no, but if I bump into him, we say hi. Somebody else put no, but none of them run in the same circles as I do. Nothing against any of them either. One of them put, yeah, he knocked me up 3 times. Somebody put, not friends, but we're friendly. I got a lot of no's, I got a lot of nah, and then somebody put no with disgust. Which was pretty funny. Did you do that one also on yours?
I did.
What did you get? Before we dive into us.
I actually just did a poll, so I got votes. I got 14 no's and 5 yeses, but nobody really gave their input as to why, which would have been interesting. Yeah, but I just got, so 28% said yes, and 72% said no.
Booby, do you still talk to any of your exes?
No, what the fuck?
You're not neighbors with all of them here? Like, what's the population here?
No, that's not. It's not a good thing, dude.
No. It isn't. Well,
so can we just say why you came up with that poll? I just want to make it clear.
Okay. I'm just kidding. So, for those of you wondering why I asked,
Funny story.
Jen here and I dated like 10 years ago.
Yeah. Over 10 years ago.
10 years. Yeah.
So we're gonna be. Yeah.
We were like 18 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. It was brief, but it was the best years of my life.
It was the best.
It was the best months of my life.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. It was. Yeah, we did date. We dated briefly.
A little bit under a year, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty brief, but
like 10, 11 months, something like that.
Yeah. I actually don't remember, but I do know that we were dating like during summer, I think.
Just the worst time of your life, huh?
I try to forget it. I actually forgot up until this point that you brought it up.
Yeah.
No te creas. No, en serio, es que we grew up, like growing up in church together, there was always this like our families were always like.
Yeah. They were trying to do like arranged marriages and shit.
Yeah, it was more like, I honestly was just pressured into this. Like, just kidding. No. I just knew it was like a wish that, no, I'm just kidding. But I think it's just like shortly after I moved back to El Paso, you had sent me a friend request. You had a picture of Becky as your profile picture.
Rest in peace, Becky.
Yeah, rest in peace. You had a picture of her. I didn't know who the heck you were. Like, and then I think one day you changed your profile picture. And then I just like went through like whatever. This was on Facebook days.
Yeah.
God.
I don't even use
I approved you. But I didn't know this whole time I had you there, like, on my request. And that's how we started talking. And I was like, dude, that's so crazy. I haven't seen you in years. Yeah. And I had moved back to El Paso.
And the crazy thing is, like, after we broke up, we haven't seen each other since
No, I haven't seen you in,
up.
like, 11, 12 years.
Yeah.
Till today.
This is the first time.
This is the first time we see each other.
Shit.
So, yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
So what do you think?
Just kidding.
About what? Nah.
Yeah. But we've stayed in touch somewhat. Like, we've had each other on social
here
media.
And there. Yeah.
But I would consider us, I think for us it was a little different because like we kind of grew up together and we were like family friends, stuff like that. I think that's why my dad's dying over there. Yeah, that's why I think it was like, you know, kind of acceptable to still.
Yeah. Yeah, even like when we we dated, it was just so like, I don't know, like, I don't know if I can say like casual, but we were so young, and it was, I don't think it was, I mean, we just had like good times. Like, I remember being around your friends.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about that is that he's still a virgin.
That's great. That's great.
Never lost it.
That's great. I mean, no, we were just like young, and we had, I don't know, it was like I just remember like that time we were just so young, and
Yeah.
it was just fun. Like, siempre nos la llevamos muy bien.
Yeah.
Wait, well, he's single now, so. Just kidding.
You should stay single. It's awful. Like, I'm very anti-dating personally, but I don't know.
Me too, but not by choice.
Oh, yeah, well.
No, but yeah. My voice cracked again.
She got nervous.
They got nervous.
No, but yeah, that's why he did the poll. That's he asked me like, what would be a good poll, and I was like, I just sent him the message like, are you still friends with your ex or something? So
Yeah, but I don't think it's awkward or anything. I'm a very maybe that's a bad thing. Like I'm still friends with like a lot of. Well, there's one ex that I just completely because like she like fucked me over bad. But I still like talk to everybody else, and so I don't know. But I can see why like it's an issue. Like if you were like in a relationship, you know. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to talk to your exes.
Yeah, I think if you're in a relationship, like, I mean, I personally wouldn't have any problem cutting communication. Like, even now, I don't think, well, I was going to say, even now, I don't really keep in touch with any of mine, but
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
yeah, I don't think it's a good look.
Save yourself a lot of arguments.
Yeah, for sure. No, especially I mean, if you're single, do whatever the fuck you want. But if you're serious about someone, like if you're taking someone serious, or if you're married or whatever the case, then yeah, like exes are not gonna be a fucking good idea.
What do they say that don't let your wife stop you from finding your soulmate?
No, but if she's your ex, she can't be your soulmate because she's already been your ex. So
It's true.
yeah, no, it's not a good idea. I mean, you guys are both single, so you guys can do whatever you want. I'm just saying, for me, personally, you know.
Yeah. I personally do not recommend. Yeah.
Like, what do you think when you're in a relationship? Should you be like?
Nah. I mean, I'm just like respectful. Even with my son's dad, like, we're not friends, but I'm always like polite and like respectful because I respect that he's my son's dad. But I would never text him just because.
Right.
Like, I would never. And I honestly don't have a lot of exes. Like, it's so crazy because my last relationship before I got married was you, and that was, I don't want to say that was barely a relationship, but I mean,
Yeah, no.
I mean,
we're kids.
I don't know. Yeah. I feel like we were just, but I've never really dated. I don't know. I don't really like it.
You're welcome. She's like, you ruined it for me.
You ruined it.
After you, I fucking hated it. That's funny.
Nah, dude, it's probably like the easiest.
So how do you guys go about, because you both have like, your baby
Exes
mama,
in
baby
Texas?
daddy.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys go about that? Like, is it a pain in the ass?
What's the question? How do we go about what?
Yeah, like, so.
Like communicating with them, like having a relationship with them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, personally, for me, and I've seen like some people don't have good relationships with their exes or their baby daddies, baby mom, like whatever. I personally have a good relationship with my daughter's mom. We've always, been able to get along, talk fine. Like we don't have any issues. Like you don't see her like trying to keep the kids away from me or, anything like that. Like I can see my daughter whenever I want. Whenever I want to fly her here, she's like, yeah, whatever, just let me know. We'll even like for spring break, she's coming for spring break, but she's like, hey, I know ticket prices are like really expensive and you pay for, her to come in the summer and, round trip and you have to pay for all this other shit. She's like, but if you want her there for spring break, like we can split the airfare or whatever. So I think we've kind of we know that, we have to be adults, right? We have to be adults because we're going to be in each other's lives for, shit, maybe the rest of our lives because, yeah, we can say till my daughter's 18, but eventually one day she's going to get married and, she might have a wedding and guess what? We're both going to have to be there. Or she's going to have kids and maybe birthday parties. And we're like, even though people say like, yeah, you might, only till she's 18, like, no, it's something where you're probably going to have to deal with them for the rest of your life, unfortunately, right? Not unfortunately,
Unfortunately. Well, in some cases, yeah,
but,
unfortunately.
Well, at least till like they're 18, and then after that, you can kind of.
I mean, you don't have to talk to them, but you might have to see them,
I mean, it's just good to be cordial, right?
Right.
Like, to just keep things.
Yeah. And we're able to talk. Like I said, we don't text, we're like, oh, how you doing? Like, none of that. It's just like, when it has to do with my daughter has her own phone now. So I kind of just go through her. Sometimes when my daughter's in trouble or something like that, or she has her phone taken away, then I'll talk to her. Or if there's anything going on that I need to know about, she'll let me know about it and we'll talk between us. But, yeah, I think for the most part, we have a pretty decent relationship. And I think I'm very fortunate because I've seen a lot of people who don't have that, man. It's just like war with their ex, whatever's going on with them. And I see how some other, how the kids suffer more than anything.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, it's not even the parents. Like, you're trying to, a lot of times people are trying to keep their kids away from the other parent and trying to hurt the parent, but in reality, you're just, you're hurting your kids. So I'm very fortunate that I don't deal with that. But yeah.
Yeah, with me, I just keep things like very cordial, like with my ex, whether he likes it or not. I mean, on my end, I'm always just very much about keeping it to the point, just about Levi. And I mean, I like to think that I've met his girlfriend a few times. Like, I've moved on and I have like so much peace from that decision. So nothing, I'm not like a crazy ex like baby mom or
like
anything
a
like
toxic
that.
or anything like that.
I mean, I didn't say that I wasn't a toxica, but I'm not with him. It's just,
Not with him.
yeah. No, it's just, I mean, I don't know. I want my son to be happy and I truly want him to be happy. And I've told him this, like, I really am happy. Like, it seems like he found his dream girl, like the type of person he wanted to be with. And it does make me happy, like, that he's happy. It's important to me that he is, because if he's happy, my son is happy. So, but you actually made me think of something, and I was losing it. What was it? I don't know. You mentioned something. It'll come back to me.
What do your kids? Do your kids ever ask you guys like, hey, like, mom, dad, like, why did you guys break up or what?
Yeah, my youngest recently started to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I recently just moved too, and so he has started asking that. But I think it's confusing for him because he sees his dad with somebody new, and then I tell him, like, it's okay. It's just like every family is so unique and different. Like, some families just have a mom. Some families like have sisters. I tell him, like, you don't have sisters, but like your best friend, he has sisters. And I just try to explain to him, like, families are different.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, we just
Is that conversation harder than the birds and the bees talk, or?
I mean, because when they're little and they're curious, you don't know how to explain it to a 6-year-old. Like, that, yeah, we're just not together, but we're happier this way. And that's just what I tell him. I'm like, we're just happier this way. And I'm like, I just explained to him, like, your dad's happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, we're all winning here.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, I forgot I brought you some muffins I made.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Feeding us.
Yeah. No, okay, like, if you guys aren't... I made these muffins on, was it 2 days ago? But I had never made this recipe before. Guys, when I tell you, these are the best muffins I've ever made in my life. They're banana chocolate chip.
Oh, shit.
No?
They look...
Do you want one?
I'm allergic to bananas.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. Like, I should have asked.
They look like giant cookies.
Dude, it's because I don't know what it is. Like,
We're not gonna get high, right?
nah, I wouldn't sabotage.
These are
you
special.
on my first time, like, on our first time reunion, I guess.
Special brownies.
This is it does feel like a high school reunion.
I feel like I should burp before.
Yeah, just careful because Booby will judge you.
I know.
No,
I mean, but we did hear you pee just now. So
I said a relationship. Could you hear me pee?
Yeah.
a little bit.
Was it on the mic?
No, the fact that I was wearing my my headphones and I could still hear you.
Oh shit,
All right.
Holy shit.
Super dry.
these are good.
These are really good.
Tastes like banana bread,
Yeah, it's banana bread. It's,
but
I just made it in a muffin, but it's actually banana bread.
good.
With chocolate chips.
This whole episode is just gonna be like us eating ASMR.
For real. Are you already recording?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like a busted can of biscuits right now. Like if I could just
She brought muffins. They're good.
my pan.
Yeah. Shout out, Jen. Let this be an example to everybody that comes onto our show.
To any like future.
Yeah. Bring
Yeah, nobody's brought shit.
stuff.
This is nice. This is how you treat people.
Yeah.
Thank
you.
It. I just I love to like cook and bake stuff.
Well, we love to eat cooked baked stuff.
Yeah. My clients like like if I cook the night before, if I bake something the night before, the next morning, like my first couple clients get like whatever treats that I bake. So always book your appointments in the morning.
See, dude, become a client.
Maybe I should. Would that be would that be weird for you
For what?
if I were to book and you like wax me?
Well, what do you
Bikini.
Like a Brazilian.
a bikini?
Brazilian.
A Brazilian, like a full front back. Oh, because a Brazilian is everything.
Yeah,
Oh, front and back?
Yeah, it's everything.
Like
like your anus. So you see stuff like that?
Yeah,
Oh, dude.
why don't we talk about this whole
So I'm saying.
Okay.
yeah, I do. But it's not like weird. There's no like I don't know.
People shower before, I assume, right?
Not everybody. You would think that you'd want to be considerate and shower before.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's-
I have gym girl. I mean, I don't want to talk about it, but like
No, let's talk
I do
about it.
appreciate
Let's talk about it. People will go to the gym.
and then go straight to me for me to wax them like that. Yeah, it's far and few, but definitely I have had clients like that.
They don't even get like wipey, like.
No, dude, that's the worst part. Is like I will leave wipes there, and I always instruct like, okay, I'm gonna step out. I left you some wipes there, so you can freshen up, and then I'll knock before I come in. No, like I come in and I'm like, wait, but why are the wipes still there? Like where they were they weren't even touched, removed. Yeah, but honestly, I've grown such a tolerance. Like I don't have a weak stomach at all, and then it's kind of like a nurse maybe. Like they're so used to seeing things, and it's not uncomfortable. It's not uncomfortable for me at all. I'm so comfortable with like the human body, and I've waxed so many people here in El Paso that if I see you at Walmart, at Target, I won't even remember what you look like down there. I'm so desensitized to it.
So there's like no covering, like when you do that, like you don't.
I mean, if
cover.
you're gonna get a Brazilian, you're gonna obviously still be wearing your top, but yeah, you just you undress from the waist down. Yeah.
So have you done men or just women?
So during my training, I did have to wax men because I need to be certified. So I have.
Johnny, get that Brazilian, dude.
I would say like the majority, obviously, of my clients are women, but it's, a lot of military. When I worked at Waxing the City, I would have my books like open, but just to wax female, because we get to pick like if we want to wax men or not. I'm a professional, so it's not weird for me to do. But when I was working there, we had 2 or 3 girls. They would wax men, and they were like, they have like their same rotation of clients, because once male or female, once you get comfortable with your serologist, like you just keep going to the same person. But surprisingly, a lot of military guys get waxed. A lot of military guys. You made a face, and then when I looked, you like wiped it off.
Oh, it's because he's seen like a fair share of dick in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Clean, like
Yeah, like I've seen a lot of dicks because I was in the military. So, like when I first joined boot camp, when I went to boot camp, there was like 98 of us, and we would all shower and like the shower heads were like it was about this big to shower, and there were shower heads all around, right? And there's 98 of us, so we have to shower in like 5 minutes. So basically, we would just all get undressed, naked, and then just run through the shower. Like the shower, they would put shampoo in our hand, like they would start over here, and then you would just run through each shower head. Like you had to have everything off by the time you were fucking done, dude. Like you're running, like oh, fuck,
What?
and then you're done.
That's crazy.
But I saw so many dicks.
Are
Like
you like desensitive? I feel like if you played sports growing up, like that's just a norm. Like guys, it's just a little bit gay, like because you guys take it a little far with your jokes. But I'm not judging. I have 4 brothers. Like
I think it's more of like being comfortable with your sexuality, right? Like just being comfortable with
yeah,
who you are. Like I know,
but that's a guy thing, no? Like,
Yeah.
just making dick jokes.
because they're funny. Dicks are funny.
Dicks are
I
very.
used to draw dicks all the time.
You mean super bad?
Yeah, you had that condition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't eat food.
Another
that were
movie
shaped
that
like
was based. Okay.
no,
No, I
but
think that's a very I mean, I hear that so much talk about dicks with guys. Sometimes I wonder, like, do you guys just love it?
I love them. No, it's I don't know. I think like I've just seen so many that I'm just like desensitized to it. Like it doesn't matter to me, right? Like we used to have to pee like in those stalls that guys pee in, like 4 at a time. We're all peeing at the same time. Like
Wow,
we have to. So, I mean,
that's very
you
interesting.
see
I never
dicks
knew that.
peeing. You see, you know what I mean? Like it just.
You see them erected. You see them.
I never saw them erect.
You've never seen an erected penis.
Well, mine, but no, not like at boot camp. So
Not live.
no, so boot camp. It was kind of weird. I don't know if they give us something for that, or is it just like the whole stress? But
I've never thought about that.
you never get an erection while you're there. Nobody gets an erection while they're there, and I don't know. Maybe they do it so nobody's like, you know.
So
You know,
they're
I think
horny
it's just like you guys are focused, no? Because you're like focused on.
I think it might be just the amount of
distracted.
stress that we're under. Like it is fucking stressful being there every day, from sun up to sundown. That it's just like your mind's not even probably on that. But yeah, so I never saw them erect.
He's like, I would know. I would remember.
Yeah, no, I do remember one dick though. Let me tell you guys about it. So we were showering we were out in the field. We were doing some training, and they had set up some showers for us. And I'm walking into the shower, dude, and out is walking this fucking dude. And he's a little further away, so I can see him, right? It's not like I'm looking down at his dick, but he's walking, and I'm like, there's no way that's that dude's dick. Like, there's no fucking way, dude. So we're walking closer and closer, and I'm like, oh my God, dude, that's his fucking dick. Like,
so we have several phallus.
it was like that fucking soul fucking can, dude. Soft, dude.
What?
I'm not kidding.
That sounds so traumatizing.
It was fucking huge, and I was like, "There's no way." Like,
So, speaking of big dicks, did you guys see Drake's dick?
yeah, he has a big dick.
I haven't.
No, I haven't seen it, but apparently his dick got leaked, and he's a horse.
Yeah.
Drake is half horse.
He's a monster.
So I saw it at work.
I have not seen it.
Some guy showed it to me at work. He was like,
Because he knows your love for dicks.
He was like, "Have you seen the video?" And I'm like, "What video?" He's like, "Of Drake." And I'm like, "No." He's like, "The dick." And I'm like, "No." He's like, "Let me show you."
Yeah.
So he's like on his bed, and like there's a mirror in front of him, and he's like playing with the shit. But yeah, dude, he is like a fucking horse, dude.
Wow.
This guy tried to show it to me also, and he had it just saved on his phone. I'm like, you just have it fucking saved on your phone? He's like, yeah. He's like, you want to see it? I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't need to see it. I mean, I'm a little intrigued.
Just watch it. It's nothing bad. Like, it's not like it. Just so you have an idea of
What's out there?
what's going on with
Of
Drake.
greatness. Yeah, I wanted to do my research and look at it before this pod, but no.
Like he was almost like hitting himself in the face, laying down.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Well, anyways, to go back to that. Basically, that's how I feel, desensitized to.
Oh.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I don't know that I have like a camera roll full of.
I haven't seen live penises before.
Like,
do you mean?
An actual person?
Other than mine. Well, actually, no, I have.
What about your friends?
The
How
only,
do you know?
the only one I've seen is Elian.
Because of that accident?
Because of his accident when he was at the doctor's. I don't think he even knows. Does he? I don't know.
Oh, when he was like in the thing?
Yeah, he was in the gown, and then the doctor came in to check on him, and like he raised it. Dude, he didn't even
He
warn
was
me.
out of it? He was just
No, he was. I think he was laying down. I don't know.
crying.
No, he was. He was. I think he was conscious. I don't
That's
know.
funny.
But the doctor just walked in and like nothing, just raised his choking. He raised his gown, and like I just saw it, and then I like and then I kind of just like turned around. I'm like, thanks for the heads up, dude.
Yeah.
So Elian, I've seen your dick. I don't know if you know that.
Just give him a shout out.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's... It becomes normal, dude.
yeah.
It's normal. Like, I think it's a body, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
look at Drake's, dude. Tell him.
That's your,
Yeah. No, but I get you. You become desensitized to stuff.
yeah, it's not weird at all. But I have clients come in all the time and they're like, I'm sorry. Like, I haven't come in a while. And I'm like, I know. Like, that's fine. That's why you're here. And I mean, everybody it's like different. It's interesting. I've actually had clients ask me like to rate. Yeah.
Wait, what?
To rate them.
Like rate my cooter.
Yeah.
Like what it looks like?
Yeah. Like I have been asked like, hey, like since you do this line of work and you see so many, like, what do you think? What do you like? What is mine like? You know,
normal.
Yeah, like normal, basically. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, they're not all gonna look exactly the same, but it's definitely like normal for me. It's not uncomfortable for me at all. Like I can't say like I clock out now, but I'm done with work and then I go home and then I live my life like regular. Like I'm not thinking about. There's no images or anything here, you know.
Like you're never gonna like.
Unlike you, like thinking about Drake's monster.
Well, maybe if a Drake was to show up, you'd be like, oh shit, like I have not seen anything like that before. Because that's how I felt with that guy. Like I had never seen anything like that. And I was like, what the fuck? Like that's not normal.
Like what is this mythical creature?
Like, dude, like he
Human
probably
tripod.
he probably passes out when he gets boned. Like that's too much blood. Like
He gets lightheaded when he gets
like, oh fuck.
my power. It's a gift and a curse.
It is, dude. He probably can't even like yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Good talk. Good talk.
Yeah.
it's interesting. Interesting topic. Oh, excuse me, but on the to move on to a different topic.
Yeah.
So we like asked. I took a poll, right? It's well on my page. One of the things that was asked was, well, there's two, but you guys let me know what you want to talk about. So, what are your deal breakers in a relationship? And then the other question was, your partner can't read your mind. What are your unmet needs in your relationship?
Let's go with that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that one.
Well, you're the only one in a relationship here, so let's go.
Oh shit. No, but yeah, no. Did people give you like stuff?
Yeah. Okay. So for this one, the one with the, I don't know, actually, did somebody answer that one? What are your unmet needs? Oh, no. I just had this one guy put a bunch of like emojis, like embarrassed. Like maybe maybe that one's obvious. Like maybe to him, he's just like, oh, I'm embarrassed to say. But I got a lot of answers for the other one though.
Well, let's go to that one then.
Okay. What are
We can discuss it.
we can discuss it. Mm-hmm. We can discuss it. We can circle back.
Go ahead, dude. I'll leave it. I'll leave it to you.
Unmet.
Well, for what is it? What was the question?
What are your partner can't read your mind? What are unmet needs in your relationship?
Unmet needs.
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I feel like
These eyes.
no, because I feel like I'm very simple. Like, I'm very simple as far as what I ask of from my partner. Like, I don't think I ask for much. The only thing I ask, is fuck, I don't know, just to be there, like to be there for me, to like I guess be someone that I can count on, someone that I can trust when I have to talk to you about something. I know a lot of the time men don't talk about a lot of the stuff that they're feeling, and a lot of the time people don't talk about that, or men don't talk about it, because I know it because it's happened to me, where you trust someone enough to, like, tell them how you're feeling or what's going on, and things that are going on with you, and later on in an argument it gets thrown in your face, right? So what I ask is, if I'm gonna have the trust, and I'm gonna want to open up to you about things like that, like, just don't, I don't know,
Throw it in your face
don't
later.
throw it in my face, or don't use it against me. Like, just be a partner, and just listen to what I have to say, and be there for me whenever it is that I need you to be my partner. I guess someone to, because guys won't admit it, but a lot of men they need that comfort, right? Sometimes we just want to act like, no, we don't need that shit, like, but we do, and I think that's my main thing, is if I'm gonna trust you and tell you these things, and the way I'm feeling, just please, like, don't throw it later. Don't throw it in my face later, or just be there for me. Basically, it's pretty much
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I think it's important, like that. And I can't speak for all women, but I can say that, like, I do believe that most women want to be that safe space for you,
Right.
for their partner. But there's a lot of people also that don't know how to, like, communicate, or they over communicate and then don't listen enough. So.
Well, for me, I think similar to you, Booby. I've needed, and I think this is in the past. I don't know. I would need to jump into a relationship to test this out, but I feel like in the past in relationships, I've needed validation. I've struggled with a lot of like insecurities, and having that validation, like them telling me, or not, I mean, you can get validation in different ways, but knowing that I'm good enough, that's always been like something that I've needed. I think now with this last breakup, I feel like I've been learning to, that was one of the things that I wanted to improve on, where I don't need that validation from anybody, where I can just be me, and they either, it's not like they either like it or they don't, but yeah, pretty much like that's gonna be me, Like I don't need anybody to tell me what I'm worth, like, and that's something that I've been working on. So I don't know if I still need that, to be honest. I'm trying not to, because I think if that's something that you do need from somebody, like that can backfire really bad, and that can like bite you in the ass. And it has to me. So I don't know. That's a pretty deep question, and I don't think I have an answer for it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, but
I mean, I think you guys answered the question pretty well. So,
Good job.
yeah, yeah. You just want, like, support and to
yeah,
be heard.
Because at the end of the day, men are. You've seen that meme where like how men act with the homies, and then when the homies aren't there, and it's like the guy's like in the girl's like lap, and have you seen that meme?
I don't know that I have. I don't know
I
that
have.
Yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, men were we're a bunch of pussies,
Just two bozos starting a podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Couple of bozos.
that should have been our name, huh?
bozos.
Two bozos.
Two bozos out here. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've always heard that, like, men are simple creatures, and I think that
We are. Just feed us. Treat
I don't
us.
think that's enough. I really don't think that that's
Don't beat us.
so. Yeah, but I think it's important to talk about those things. I don't think it gets talked about enough, but I do appreciate you guys like being honest and like sharing that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Like, what are
On
what's
what?
the question?
Or
Unmet needs.
unmet needs?
You know what, dude? I was married for 8 years, and you know what I lacked in that marriage? Like, we were a great team. I can't really speak badly on my ex, but because we were a great team. We were a great partnership. He helped me out if I needed help. Like, I worked, and then there was a brief time that I didn't, like after I had our son Levi. But as far as like I never had to really tell him twice, like, oh, take out the trash or anything like that. But I think it was so like robotic, and it was so, I just felt like I was playing this role. Like I had this like pressure on me, like to be, you know, I don't want to say the perfect wife, but the best wife I could be, the best mom I could be. And like that looked like, oh, I'm going to make sure I try to cook like 2 new recipes at least like once a week, and it just became like this role. And yeah, like at times it was rewarding, but it became like we were just playing house. And then we were lacking friendship. And he would leave a lot because he was in the military. And I just kind of like grew really numb. And then I became like okay with him leaving, like, and then I just started doing everything myself. And so when he would come back, I just realized like what we're lacking is depth. It was just more surface, like, oh, okay, the kids, like everything became about the kids. And I really would like to have a stronger connection. One thing I've learned about myself is like I'm a single mother. I was a single mother before. I find myself in a position in this place now where I'm a single mother again. But that I know how to do. Like I know how to provide for my kids. I know how to take care of myself. Like I know how to keep a household. Like I know how to cook. I know how to do all these things. So I don't necessarily need somebody to help me do those things. What I feel like I would need in a relationship is just somebody to like protect me and like provide. I know how to do that, but I would like to have a provider, and we could be partners in that. But definitely like safety for me is important. Somebody that I feel can protect me. And that we just have like a good connection. I think you were talking in the last episode about like leaving mystery and not knowing everything about each other.
Oh yeah.
And I agree, because in that, like in my marriage, I always like so bad I wanted us to be best friends. I was like, no, it's because like I want us to be like best friends. But that wasn't the case. Like we weren't. And I don't think I want that. I think I want just to have a connection with somebody and then
figure it out as you go.
Yeah, like spend like every day getting to know a little bit more about that person. Like I'm not in a rush to know everything about you.
Right.
Dude, boring, because I feel like that gets boring. Like, and I was married for 8 years, so like I know it becomes so mundane and like repetitive, and definitely keep mystery. Like I agree.
Yeah. I think with that, I mean, I've on my second marriage, but I've been married for 6 years now. And it's very easy to get lost in the daily routine, like having kids, having a job, just it becomes easy just to start, routine, like you said, kind of robotic. And we kind of forget that, we have like that spouse, we have that, your wife, you have your husband, like you need to keep that
dynamic.
Yeah. But it's very easy to get lost in it. And I think a lot of people struggle with that shit. I struggle with it too. And I don't know. I think it's just something that you have to be like conscious of and try to make that effort, every day. Obviously, sometimes, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But yeah, no, I understand what you mean by that. By things becoming robotic sometimes.
I don't understand. I haven't been married. No, but I think that was.
But
I think that was one of the things in my relationship as well.
Yeah, because you don't have to be married. Like, you
Yeah.
have needs.
Yeah. No, that whole, like, it was something that was brought up about the whole, like, you know, it being not mundane or whatever, but like, yeah. I think we
Like going through the motions.
yeah, going through the motions of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's why I say, like,
Mm-hmm.
people, I think that happens sometimes too. Like, you feel like you know everything. You're just way too fucking comfortable, like I
Yeah.
had said, right? And like I said, I think there needs to be some things where it's like, you don't have all that, you know, like it's
I think that
that
works
mystery
for,
that,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
And I think that works for some people.
Yeah.
And I think that works for like people who do need validation, like to feel like my partner knows everything about me. I know everything about my partner. And I think that could be a successful relationship if you guys have that in common, because you both need that from each other. And when you need you are constantly validating each other, then I mean, you feel like you know that person, and that brings you comfort.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do see that working for some people.
But if you're both different, like if one person needs that and the other doesn't, then that's where.
Yeah, like I'm very opposite. Like, I don't need validation.
But
If anything, I need space.
Yeah, I think that comes from like you said, like you being a single mother, like you've been doing it on your own. You know, you don't need anybody to validate. Like you've been doing this shit. You know.
Yeah, I think it's important to say though, like for any single parents, because it's not just moms, but single parents out there. Yes, like we could do things on our own, but that doesn't necessarily mean that we want to. People think it's like such a flex, like, oh, you're independent. And it's like, dude, do you think just because I can be out here pulling weeds doesn't mean I want to be out here pulling weeds? You know, it doesn't mean that I'm able and I am capable of doing these things on my own, but it does not mean that I wouldn't prefer to have like split like responsibilities.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't feel like I ask for a lot. I think it's just because, I don't know. So, another question that was asked, like, what are deal breakers? You guys want to hear my deal breaker that my friends think is stupid?
Okay. Shoot.
My deal breaker is like, if we do not have similar taste in music. That's so important to me. Like, that is a top tier thing for me. Like, we need to have similar taste in music because that's super important to me. And then a requirement, like, just to turn it around, a requirement, like, I would prefer, if I were to date somebody that has kids. Like, I feel like I would prefer that. But what would you say your deal breaker is?
My deal breaker? I think it was kind of, we talked a little bit about it, same as like the ick.
So your number one deal breaker.
Okay, number one deal breaker, smoker. I don't like a smoker. But I don't think a lot of people, or a vapes now.
Oh, vapes are a big deal.
There's just nothing like lighting one up in
Yeah.
in nature, honey.
No, I don't know. That's kind of a deal breaker for me. Yeah, if
they're not virgins.
If they're not, they have to be virgins.
Fuck, dude.
Because I'm saving myself for marriage.
This guy.
A sense of humor. Like if they're not funny, if I can't joke around with you, if I can't say stupid shit and like you laugh about it, or like if you're gonna get butthurt, I'm like, nah, I don't want to go through that.
Yeah.
Because I say a lot of dumb things as well.
Yeah, you do.
Actually, I will just really quickly say that is like an attractive quality. I think all women can agree that a funny guy is just somebody you're just gonna enjoy being around.
I feel like I had to learn to be funny because I never considered myself, like, I don't think I was ever attractive, so like I compensated by being
You're
funny.
handsome, dude. I think you're handsome.
Thanks, booby.
But you know what? And I'm not just saying this because I feel obligated to validate you, but
Validate me, please.
From 12 years ago, I guess, from as long as I've known you, you give this like
Big dick energy.
Yeah, I guess. No, but like a confidence, like it's not like that. Like you guys talked about this too, like about being cocky. I just see you being yourself.
Why did you point at me when you?
No,
Because you're the cockiest motherfucker.
I mean, I like, we used to kind of like, I knew you very, I didn't really know you, but we
Yeah.
were kind of hung out a few times, but I never actually got that vibe from you. I guess I just wasn't like close enough to you. I never got that. Even now, like, you don't really radiate cockiness to me, dude. The things you say are so stupid sometimes. I laugh. Most of the time when I'm watching the podcast, I'm like, dude, this guy's kind of funny. I don't know. He's kind of funny today. I don't know.
Everybody always says Booby's funny. Yeah,
And you guys have like different humor, but I see how you guys like
Yeah.
vibe. But like with you, Johnny, and I can say this like consistently from the moment that, since as far as I've known you, you've been like funny. Even though I told you a couple weeks ago, like, dude, you used to be funny. Like, what happened to you? I don't know. It's like a weird, awkward, funny.
Yeah,
It just kind of works.
I get my sense of humor from like my family. Everybody, we joke around all the time. But yeah, like I grew up watching like comedy, and I love watching like stand up and stuff like that. So.
I would think it'd be funnier than you probably shouldn't have said that.
Oh, you're not funny then.
It's always, we're talking about bucket list. It's always been a bucket list of mine to do stand up.
You should do it. They have
do
like
Yeah, I
that.
think you should pursue that. I would go
But
look into that.
it's it's another thing. Like that's hard.
I mean, all you gotta, dude. It is probably hard. I mean, I guarantee you, it's fucking hard to be up there. But I mean, do it. Try it.
So I have no problem being on stage talking. I don't get shy.
That's the confidence I'm talking about.
Like I'm perfectly fine. Like we go do karaoke. Like I'm up there. I'll sing all night and stuff. Like I don't have stage fright, but I think I get in my own head where like I would be like, I'm not funny enough, or like if I write a joke, it's like that's not funny. That's where I need the validation.
That would make it funny.
Well,
Yeah.
they're gonna validate by laughing. If they don't laugh, then you're not funny.
Yeah. So
Get the
I
fuck
think
off the
I think that
stage.
would crush me. So maybe I need to build my.
Never mind, dude. We don't go up on this.
That might just do more damage.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, never mind.
But that's why I like the podcast, and I love hearing feedback from people. Like when people tell me like, "Oh, that was a good episode," and I'm like, "Okay, like, what'd you like about it?" Or like,
And they just stop messaging you.
Or they tell you what they don't like, and then you're like that Stewie meme where he just turns off the light,
yeah,
turns around and goes to sleep and cries.
just cry.
What about you? What's your what was the question?
You're not the turn off, but
Your deal breaker.
deal breaker. Yeah.
My deal breaker.
Yeah.
Oh, this is really hard for me to answer just because, again, I'm married. So,
Oh well.
I guess I would say, the humor too. Like, if you don't think I'm funny, like, that's not good. I'm gonna get on your
That's
fucking.
not good.
No, because if you don't find me funny, I'm gonna get on your fucking nerves,
Yeah,
dude. Like,
yeah.
You need to think that I'm
That's
funny,
true.
because if you don't, like, yeah, we're not gonna work. And luckily, my wife, I don't know if she thinks I'm funny, but she just kind of like,
She's
she just like, I've heard everything,
He
dude.
just
Like,
like deals with you.
no, I think sometimes she laughs. Well, yeah, she laughs. Some of the time when I say stupid shit.
It's like, this is comedic gold right here.
Yeah. No, I think like one of the biggest problems that we have is like being in public and me just talking too loud.
Yeah.
Like, she's like,
She gets
"Shut the
embarrassed."
Fuck up. Gives me like that look when you have kids and you look at them like, yeah, that. So I'm just like, oh,
Cállate, no me reconoce.
yeah. But yeah, I think that's it. The humor. What other polls did you do? That's it.
I think it was just that, like, yeah, the unmet needs, and I feel like that's kind of like goes with the icks.
Yeah.
What about you? Was it just those?
Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah, and like I said before, another one, like if someone is like full of themselves, yeah, like
Oh yeah, you mentioned
a
that.
lot of like vanity, like that's kind of a turn off. But other than that, I'm good to go.
She's got arms and legs.
Yeah,
dude.
arms and legs. That's all you need.
His standard is
That's
just
actually that's refreshing, because I feel like most people have like really unrealistic expectations.
No, I mean I'm already 30, so my expectations just
Reduce
drop
them to
every
0.
year. Yeah, every year that I get older, it's just like, no.
I don't know like what kind of for me, like it's just like I don't have like super high expectations. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no.
I guess people are like, I want her to be like this, this, and this, and this. Like, for me, it's like, I don't care, dude. Like, I mean, I do care, but, you know, like, as long as
You have arms and legs.
you got arms and legs.
Let's make that a t-shirt, dude. That into a t-shirt.
No.
Does she have arms and legs?
So, there's this thing, because you guys make my mind just fucking go, dude. So there's this thing called nugget porn.
I haven't seen it. I know what it is.
It's like people who don't have like arms and legs.
No. What? That was not at all like what I was thinking. I really was picturing
I
like
know, but my mind goes different places. It's uncontrollable.
Yeah, we're gonna end the episode at that.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, thanks again.
Yeah, Jen, thank you for coming on. It was really fun. Had a good time. Thanks for all the snacks. I probably gained like 5 pounds
Yeah, dude.
after this.
Yeah.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Ruby,
You're welcome. Thanks. No, thank you guys for.
Hopefully
like I
we
said.
get you some more waxing clients.
yeah,
Hey,
hit
please.
her up for all your waxing
Yes,
needs.
all our
What's
waxing.
the business called again?
It's called Desert Honey. So you can find me on Instagram at Desert Honey, and like I'm happy to answer any questions. If you want to maybe drop my
Yeah.
Instagram, that would be great.
It'll be on there. Cool.
Yeah.
You're going to Disneyland?
Yeah, I'll be in Disneyland Friday, so I leave Thursday morning, and yeah, be in Disneyland not the whole weekend. I'll be back Sunday.
Cool.
But yeah,
Well, hopefully you get some funny stories over there.
so I've never been to Disneyland.
No?
This is my first time,
What?
so
That's-
it's gonna be pretty
So
interesting.
you're a Disney virgin?
Yeah.
Are you gonna vlog it?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna be enjoying it. Like, it's my kid's first time. It's my first time. Like, we're probably gonna get lost.
I'm probably gonna get lost.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. We're on Spotify now also. So if you're watching this, you're probably watching it on something. So it's kind of pointless to say.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool.
All right. Peace.